Does It Matter Where You're Born? Presented by John Philpott, Sandra Ponte, Janelle Francis, and Kailey Curtis. This is Jayden, a 17-year-old from Nunavut, Canada. She's a recent high school graduate and is interested in attending university next year, but is wondering what her options are. There is only a small community college located nearby. Her family are Inuit First Nations people. In their community, there is a shortage of part time employment. Her dad currently works for Canada Post, and her mom is currently unemployed. As she seeks her post secondary education, she's interested in studying dentistry and opening up a practice back in her hometown of Iqaluit, as there is a shortage of dental hygienists in the area. As Jayden looks to the future, it's hard to deny that with a population of just under 40,000, Nunavut has an unemployment rate of over 50%. In 2016, only 56 students graduated from high school. This leaves Jayden thinking, what are my options?
Solution 1. Go to college in Ontario. Thanks to the Nunavut Ministry of Education, 2019, Jayden can apply to FANS, the Financial Assistance for Nunavut Students program. It provides a number of low-cost loans for post-secondary education in other provinces. The loans cover tuition, school supplies, cost of living away from home, and even travel expenses so she can get to her college and back home. Because she's lived in Nunavut her whole life and attended school here, she's eligible for grants that she doesn't need to pay back, up to $68.55 per year, and free flights to the closest gateway city, such as Ottawa. For the primary loan offered through the FANS program, it is forgivable if she returns to live and work in Nunavut after she graduates. There are secondary loans that she has to pay back, but with low interest rates. The FANS program also includes scholarships for students with A averages in their grades, both in high school and in post-secondary education.
Solution 2, online education. By applying to online university, Jayden will be able to live at home, thus saving money from finding housing and moving costs. Attending a college or university online tends to be cheaper compared to traditional schooling. According to Krakow, no date, online colleges and universities are lower in tuition because of the lower expense of materials and transportation are eliminated. And also, it costs less to operate these programs. This solution may have its challenges, such as connectivity. However, in May 2021, Canada's federal government announced that $6.9 million in funding for private telecommunication companies to bring high-speed internet to residents of Nunavut. The press release proudly stated that the COVID-19 pandemic has highlighted how much we rely on our connections. Now more than ever, Canadians across the country need access to reliable high-speed internet to work, learn, and connect with friends and family from home.
Solution 3. Join the Canadian Armed Forces. She could apply to the Canadian Armed Forces that offers free post-secondary education, including tuition, books, and equipment to those that qualify. Jayden qualifies because she is a Canadian citizen, she is 17 with parental consent, and she has completed grade 10. When she completes her education, the Canadian Armed Forces will guarantee her work in her field of study with a competitive wage and opportunities for wage increases as she gains experience and receives promotions. In addition, she would also receive benefits and a pension. Jayden would have to commit to working for the Canadian Armed Forces 2 months for every 1 month of paid schooling. Or Jayden could look into the Aboriginal Leadership Opportunity Year, or ALLOY, that offers educational leadership experiences at the Royal Military College of Canada, based on Point Frederick in Kingston, Ontario. She is Aboriginal and has completed grade 12. In this program, she would have opportunities to do individual and small group tutorials for pre-university and first-year university courses. By doing the Alloy program, she would then have the chance to continue her education, working towards a degree in the Canadian Armed Forces.